Argos is beginning to thrive, and you are learning more about the bounties that the land offers. The time has come to build a palace that will serve as the staff around which the scattered people of Greece will gather. It is also time to begin collecting taxes from your people to help pay for the services that your city provides. Up on Mount Olympus, the tribunal of the river gods has just come to order.
We have come to a decision in this dispute,
The head of the tribunal announced.
and though both parties presented convincing cases, we have no choice but to award Argos to Hera, wife of Zeus. Sorry, Poseidon.
As Hera jumped up and down in glee, Poseidon's brow furrowed and his face became stormy. Under his breath, he vowed that if he couldn't have Argos, no one could. You might have to turn to Hera's husband for protection from the ruler of the sea.
Yes, we will, but I don't think we'll be able to summon Zeus in this mission. Hey guys, welcome back to Zeus Massive Olympus. We're on to the second mission of the Perseus and Medusa campaign. And yes, we are going to have to deal with invasions from Poseidon. This is the only no, it's not. This adventure, and there's another one later, which has Poseidon's in anyway. It's not pretty. Our goals are 640 people in the tenement better, 40 slabs of marble for a colony, and 12 jugs of olive oil for a colony. So we're already going to have to start preparing for a colony mission. Let's head to the city and have a look. So we've got our city as it was, obviously. So we've now got the ability to put down a set of growers' lodges. So the problem with this area is it's quite far. It's quite scattered and all that. So I'm not sure. I'm probably going to put the olive oil industry just here-ish. We can't sell any olive oil right now, but that's okay. And we can put down the palace now and start collecting taxes. Alright, mate. Just go ahead and collect taxes in this fair city. So yeah, you will have issues from Poseidon killing off your fishing industry, which is not helpful. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that yet. And we can now set up our marble industry. Now, of course, this is not going to be like in Thebes, the previous city, where you can build right close up to. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to build up this side, so this time we have to build much further away, say up here, and just let them wander some distance. So, how much do we need? 48 slabs, so a yard and a half basically. So I'll just draw a line out like this. Just connect it up like this. Put that there. And we'll just put down 2 of these, which will accept not fleece. Marble. And how many workers are we hemorrhaging? We don't have many workers to spare at the moment, but we will put down 3 masonry shops. We'll go with 3. It's a bit generous, but that's okay. So we are going to need some employment. And let's have a look at our culture. We can now provide access to podiums, which is good. So just put that down, and we will put down a college just right there because that's just nice and handy. So our food supply will probably get cut off, so it's a good thing that we now have a nice stable amount of it. And Trojan is now buying less fleece, so they are cutting back. Not helpful. 24 out of 12 apparently. So we are now going to set up our olive oil industry. I will, I think I'll have one inspector for this.
I'm Hermes.
Oh.
Worship me, and some of your citizens will taste my speed.
Yes, so we can put down a sanctuary to 2 people. We could put down one to Zeus, or we could put down one to Hermes. Hermes just basically causes trade to go faster. I'm not really bothered about that. Zeus's stronghold is a pretty big one. There is a lot of space for this. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, to be honest with you, because I do want it sort of built into the area, really. So what I'm going to do is just move that over, because that is a short enough space that one guy, I'll just go back and forward along this bit, so it's fine. And I don't think I have saved. No, I haven't. Better save first before we do anything else. So our housing here is evolving into tenements, and we can actually put them up to the next level, but there's no real point. So I'm going to just drag out a road away out here. And all of this can just be for olive oil production. So I will put down, what I'm going to do is just delete this. I'm going to put this up here because there's nice gaps here. So I just want to check, will this guy get all the way down to the bottom? Yeah, pretty much. I don't need to worry about this one here because it's covered by this one. So he does get all the way down to here, so that's fine. So I will set up my olive oil industry up here. Just put down 1, 2, 3. I'll put down 3 of them, and then I'll just spam it a little bit here. It's a bit harder because it is quite spread out, but that's okay. And we can just extend this way. And there's a space literally right there for my cheese industry when I need it. So it's not too big of a deal right now. And they can just go out that way. These ones I don't really care about. So we are going to need workers. We are starting to require workers. So let's go ahead and put down fleece in this block here as well. And just start to distribute it to everyone. And let's see. So they are starting to chip away at this. So that's good. In terms of the sanctuary, let's see. Now I can put that right there, not affect anything. Oh, there's a nice commemorative monument, which we will sorely need. So we'll just put that right there. That's why I put it there, because it boosts both blocks. It's 1 for 2 basically. I'm just going to turn this around, I think. Yeah, let's just turn the map. There. So if I put that there, that's fine, because then it's not blocking off the cheese industry in any way at all. So that will go. Actually, we could move the road completely. Just let's get rid of that road. We'll just delete most of it, because then I could put it even further down, like that. That's even better if I just put it like that. That's more tight and snug, just within the. So I'll put it right there, just right in line with that bit there. So if we just drag the road like that, and that's fine. So if we just check that again, yep, fits just nice. And there's still space here for my cheese industry later, so that's okay. So that's going to start growing olives. And I think we can get bronze from somewhere. Where? Okay, so we can put down sculpture studios, but we don't have anyone selling bronze right now. So I think someone does open up for trade for bronze. Or it may be that Trozan will sell us the bronze. So what I'm going to do is let these houses start to stabilise with the influx of workers. And then once we have got that stabilised, we will be, yeah, ready to continue on. I think once this is all filled out, we'll be able to start building out the Zeus stronghold. We don't need to build it right now, we already have that goal. So all I have to do now is really build up this city and wait to meet these goals. And I'm not going to do that right away because there's no point. But let's just put, I'm going to put down a granary. There, I'm going to put the granary there, and it's not going to accept fish. It will accept cheese when I get it. And then I'll have my cheese industry just here. Employees needed, fine. So let's put down. That will be for. Actually, that can go down. Now let's see. I think the goats things are 2 by 2, so that'd be 1, 2. I don't want a big goats industry because there's no point. What I'm going to do is set this to get olive oil. I'm going to have sort of 2 of them really. This will accept olive oil. Oh, happiness monument, how nice. The other granary I'm not going to bother with right now, but so let's go ahead and put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's fine. And all of this is just nice and perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to run this on. And once we start to get some olive oil in, we will come back in because there's nothing to do yet. And I want to have all these houses up to the next level just to give me some more workers. We are starting to hemorrhage them a little bit. So once I've got more workers, we'll start to produce olive oil. I'll come back in unless something happens.
Worship me, the great Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
Thanks for the offer, Zeus, but I don't really want you right now. So Zeus is basically the main powerful god. He can pretty much decimate anyone. Slow animation there. So he does fire lightning bolts, obviously. I don't think there's actually a mission where Zeus is upset with you. I really don't think there is. I think every campaign he's a friendly god or not there. I don't recall a single mission in either Zeus, Master of Olympus, or Poseidon, Master of Atlantis, where he was an enemy. So yeah. So we are selling our maximum amount of fleece. We're not really making much money. We are getting our extra money from taxation, obviously. Nothing really has changed though, I just want to come in and show you that. So missions are still working away nominally. Unfortunately we don't have wood. So actually then you can't build these because you don't have wood. A price increase for fleece again, we are just making more money from it. But this current point in time, we cannot make sculpture nor cut wood, and there's plenty of trees here, so it's obviously we're supposed to be able to cut wood, but not right now. If there's trees here for no purpose, it wouldn't surprise me because there's quite a lot of missions that provide trees which are just there just to look nice. They don't do anything. But I think this amount of olive oil will be more, the number of trees here will be more than enough to supply our main housing needs, and probably what I'll do is I'll put two column blocks this way and maybe an elite block over here or something, maybe two, because there's not much meadowland here really. I mean, there's hardly anything at all, so I can build over this and it won't affect anything because this is all nicely covered for our growers' lodges. Anyway, so I'll let this run and I'll come back in if anything of interest happens.
You have made me your enemy, and I shall make the sea your enemy too.
They did warn us! So, it will be completely inhospitable to you and swallow up anything that depends upon it, whether it be the humble urchin collector, you don't have to worry about that right now, a fishing boat or a mighty war vessel. I'll also see to it that no one comes to the city by sea to trade with you. So he does completely suspend trade for 1 year, which is a pain. So he spawns here.
You have made me
As soon
your
as
enemy,
that.
and I
Sounds just disgusting in my opinion, that voice. Okay, so we can't do a single thing about Poseidon because we don't have the Zeus stronghold yet to defeat him. So he'll destroy some of these fisheries and most likely curse the rest. Once they're cursed, they just don't work, which is annoying. So we can't do a thing about this, so here he goes.
worship me,
Oh,
the great Zeus,
oh hey Zeus.
and I will make
You gonna help me?
master of all the seas.
I'll just destroy all of that. Okay, so he's destroyed... Okay, so what happens is he'll destroy a couple of the buildings and then curse the rest that he hasn't destroyed. Which is annoying, which means that they basically don't work. If you read it, it actually says, this fishery is cursed. Try as they might, the fishermen here cannot catch any fish, and they won't until the curse is lifted. It auto-lifts itself after a little while. So any building you place is actually cursed as well, which doesn't help. We actually started to produce olive oil now, which is good, so we're getting our olive oil industry running. So we're just starting to bring the olive oil. So what I'm doing is I'm using the getting technique really. It means that our markets ladies won't have to go all the way up here to get the olive oil. They could just go to the nearest one, which is infinitely more easier. So yeah, we'll have cheese in there pretty much because it's easier. So other than that random invasion from Zeus, which has now completely screwed up our fishing stuff, it's a good thing that we stockpiled on it, isn't it, for these events. So I'm going to let this run and I'll come back in when we're ready to do so. Alright, so we now have plenty of olive oil in stock. We've actually got 20 jars of olive oil, which is pretty good. And we're going to start distributing it to our housing. And I also got a message saying that Trozan now buys marble, so I can now sell them. I'm going to have to delete their trading post once they've got... actually, you know what? Very fleece, you can just stuff it. Trozan sells... Oh, there we go. This is why you should wait. So Trozan sells you the wood and buys your marble. Both of which are needed. So we're going to put down Trozan's post up here. We're going to start selling the marble because it just costs more than fleece. And we're going to import maximum wood. So we now have the ability to at least start some basic construction. I'm still going to put down the Zeus stronghold down here. So actually, we have all the marble we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that right there. What I'm going to have to do is Can I zigzag through there? Yeah, I can. So if I zigzag, it just means I don't have to do any silly faffing around with stuff. There we go. So this can now start to do something, basically. And then we're starting to get our tenements up. They're now apartments, which is good. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to provide the last one, which is gymnasium access. And I'll put that on each side or up at the top or something.
If you worship me, traders will find travel to this city easy.
Yes, yes. There's one thing that Hermes doesn't actually state. If he's in the city and you get a request, he can fulfill them without touching any of your goods. You know, like an emperor, you have that thing where some gods will fulfill requests for items, just like if someone requests hemp and Shenlong's in the city, for example, Shenlong will send the goods for you without even emptying your storage chest. Hermes basically is the same thing, but he does everything. But there is a random chance it doesn't always happen. Sometimes he won't even do it. So because we're not going to get many work, okay, there we go. Sea trade doesn't matter here because no one's trading by sea anyway. Oh, look at him go. Run, run, run! He's having a right joyous run. Oh, he's gone. So what was that saying? I said, Poseidon has grown bored with stirring up the seas near your city. To tumultuous waters have calmed once again. Sea trade ships can return, doesn't really matter. Okay, this needs 157 slabs of marble, a lot of wood and a lot of sculptures. So presumably Trozan will then start selling one of the either bronze or they'll sell sculpture. Probably sculpture. So yeah, I'm going to let this run. Once that housing's fully evolved and stabilised, I'll come back in because then we'll start to put out some of the things needed to build the Zeus stronghold and we'll be able to defend ourselves from Poseidon completely. Okay, so as you can see by the purple clouds here, Poseidon invaded again. I just let him, I didn't even come in for that. But Trozan is giving me a gift of bronze, which is pretty useful. We will put down one sculpture studio to handle that. We've got all the stuff up here. I just set this back up to spy fleeces. There was such an oversupply of it. And it just means that because I mean there's so much of it that they can't even empty out fully. So it doesn't matter. Marble is kind of iffy. We're not selling enough of that. So obviously things are going to get hairy from here on out, and we've got everything we need down here, so it's not like I really care. And yeah, so I'm going to let this build back up against Poseidon fucked up. And yeah, I'll come back in once we are starting to make headway with the Zeus stronghold, because I don't want to leave on to the next mission until I have built it. Just saves me hassle in the future. How helpful is this? An earthquake. And it happens just right there. Oh, that's just gone right through the... well, I mean, it's not a big earthquake really, so... we just put a bridge. Just means they have to go the long way around there and that low. I mean, what is the point of that earthquake at all? I mean, is there any point in that? I mean, that is such a tiny and inconsequential earthquake, you might as well just not bother. I don't like how they just went right across that anyway. Oh, that was excellent. No, I don't care. Okay, so nothing else has really happened other than that. And we are actually running out of food here, so we are going to have to try and boost supplies, which is what we're doing now. Later you will be able to put down a bridge, which will allow you to cross to this bit here where we can put down even more, which will help. Especially since this is a nice populated area for fish. We might, I might even set up stuff up here. I don't think I will though. We do have enough to supply everyone in this city, so it's not a big problem, really. So I'm gonna let this continue, and when we start to make headway with the stronghold, we will come back in. Well, they're saying good. Is it a tidal wave? Completely pointless because you didn't even build there. Yeah, the tidal wave events can happen in the most silly places that don't make sense. They are story based, to be honest with you, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So as you can see, I did raise the wage rates to very highs because these weren't working effectively, which is why this was constantly empty, despite the fact that I could support it. So this is just working along at a nice rate. I don't think we're maxing out our supplies here, but that's okay, I don't mind. So again, just wanted to show that event really, because I don't think there hasn't been a tidal wave event in the Let's Play so far, so I thought I might as well show you that. So I'll come back in once something of interest happens and we manage to progress with the strongholds, because that's what I'm waiting to do first before I continue to the colony. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm building out a third common block. Basically, the food supply was never resolving itself, so because I didn't have enough workers. And what I also did is I just spammed out a bunch of fishing wharfs up here just to sort of boost the supply because we weren't getting enough. And really, it was just dire. So what I'm going to do is just connect this just to try and get this flowing as well into the city. So it's only temporary in any case, so you don't have to worry. I will get, if I start to really hemorrhage workers, I will get rid of this. I'll just turn on all those industries again. I had to turn them off because it doesn't get enough workers, but we have enough housing now to basically supply all our needs. So I am now starting to boost the settlement up pretty much. I'm just trying to really get the city stable because we can't evolve. If we had our houses up to a townhouse, it'd be fine, but we don't have the support for that just yet. Also, it's a little hair or something that's in my mouth. So basically, another little random earthquake happened way up here. You're never going to even care about building up here. There's nothing worth building in that corner whatsoever. I don't think anything else happened. Oh, and Poseidon invaded again, but that's okay. That's not worth bothering about. So yeah, what I will do is at one later point, I will get rid of this whole sector here because we won't need it. It'll get shifted over here, and I'll also set up a cheese industry because that'll help to get things going as well with that. If needed, I'll set up a that's the meadow there, so I could just use those 3 squares of meadow just for cheese. It's a waste, but it is a sort of abusing a mechanic in the game that they made possible. So we've got 2,000 people, well more than what we really need, but that's okay. I just want to support enough industry, but we don't have any more sculpture coming in, which is not that great. So I am going to let this run. Possibly we're not supposed to be able to complete this. I hope it doesn't glitch out if I finish the mission now before it's completed. Hopefully it just auto-completes. I doubt it will though. So this will empty out. Once this is emptied out, actually let's just empty, and we'll just send all that food into the system here. Once that's emptied out, we'll get rid of this. So I'll let this run again, and I'll come back in once we're ready to sort of start toning down the wage rate. Maybe we'll be ready to complete that stupid sanctuary, or maybe just not complete it at all. I'll just halt construction of it.
There was never a...
Okay, so quite some time has passed, and I'm convinced that you can't get the bronze that you need to make the sculptures for this. So it is actually physically impossible to complete any monuments here. The only one you could possibly complete is if you knew about it, is building Hermes Refuge. You get enough bronze to get to sculpture. That's just about it. You can't actually complete this. So with that, I'm going to halt construction of it. I'm just going to leave it like that. If I can get it to work in the next mission, fine. And when I come back here, sorry, I will continue constructing it. Hopefully you can. Hopefully. But for now, what I'm going to do is just send off the marble, set aside the marble and jugs of olive oil to complete the mission, because I don't see the mission being winnable with the sanctuary. If you build Zeus' stronghold, it's impossible. Probably you could do it with Hermes, but I'm not too bothered.
Despite Poseidon's animosity, Argos continues to grow. But to become a truly powerful kingdom, Argos must expand its borders.
Yes, it must. So in the next mission, we're going to establish a colony, and we get a choice of 2, but I will not explain further until the next part, because we've got on quite a bit of time, and I want to not spoil anything about the next mission. So thanks for watching the second part. The city grows, and I'll see you in the next part where we build our first colony. Bye now.